'Tis the funeral.
Home
It's
today.
okay. I'm just making sure I'm not hearing voices.
Where's Wolfie?
I have no idea. I am not going to chase
Like-
Wolfie.
This isn't going to be. Well, He's kind of integral for this week.
Well, so as y'all know, I had to jump off because I had a stream thing going, but I kind of missed what happened at the very end. I remember talking about who was going to blow it up, and then after that, I kind of was
Abridged version or detailed version?
take whatever. I guess abridged works.
Okay, well, Richter was about to blow the whole thing up after taking a sip from his flask. My wife turned up and basically grabbed him after he threw the thing and brought him back to the ship and gave him a new hat.
Sweet.
That's the simple version. That he did destroy the island, but my wife's character basically turned up, grabbed him, swam him back to the ship, put him back on the ship, and gave him a brand new hat and fucked off before he could ask a name.
Sweet. Okay. So you said though there was a funeral. I'm trying to think of who.
It's for Polearm Pete.
Oh.
You remember the guy who you remember the guy who basically caused that orc to use his sword to kill him, and then the sword turned on him.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically we're giving him a funeral since he's the literal only casualty. There's a South Park Confederate war joke in there somewhere, but I'm not going to be the one to make it. Fine. Seeing as your son was the only person who died in this conflict, let us just know that we share your pain.
By the way, I prepared the ceremony
Right,
spell
you know,
just
I
in
mean,
case
How have you
we
been,
need it.
Nitro?
I just wanted to kind of get this all on. Like, I don't like.
You're too cool as a guy called Nitro. He's the one that Wolfie always steals loads of kills. Wolfie steals loads of kills off him on Fortnite.
I'm going to turn your volume down, obnoxious. I can't really hear you
True,
over
isn't it, though, Nitro? Wolfie's always stealing your kills. Terrible for it. Terrible. He acts like he's a real pro player, and he's always pinching.
Yeah. Well, if I have to go
always kill stealing. Are we back into sort of Discord refusing to exist? Well, refusing to accept the existence of. Yep, back into those things. I know it was too good to be true.
I don't know. Right? Yeah, I think it would just, I mean, long term right now, I think it would just be better, especially if there's no guarantee. I don't want it. Really is.
Oh, isn't that just typical?
Yep. If she refuses, then that's even worse. It's fixed. You're just not that good thing. So, it's not fair for any kids to sit on that long. Yeah. Yeah, and they're coming out from relatively same time everybody else is coming out.
So I'm just trying to stop this thing from actually.
Yeah, I know. Going from northwest for me to where I live in Maryland, it's about an hour drive at any time.
Oh, yeah, Ollie, you like the change in profile pic?
Right.
Yeah,
I just thought it was more appropriate than having Egyptian femboy cat.
Thank you. No problem. Thank you. Bye.
Yeah, having the usual. Oh no, there it is. Why is it not showing it? There it is. That's better. At least it's showing it now.
That's a good point. Where is Seb?
Oh, Seb said he was going to be a little bit late.
Oh, okay. So we're just missing Wolfie then.
Yeah. He wasn't online, so.
Well, we'll have to get the funeral. Well, hopefully, well, if worst comes to worst, we'll just have to do the funeral and hope he turns up for the Hans
We're on our
Springer
last
show.
relative house.
Oh, he's online now.
Oh, funny. I mentioned that, and like magic, he appears.
Yes, you did that with Ollie as well, Sam. Is there something you're not telling us?
I'm not. Nothing I don't. Or. Hey, your guess is as good as mine, if not better.
I'm sure there are plenty of things Sam isn't telling us and that we wouldn't want to know.
Well, yeah, there's many things. He knows
Yeah,
some
it's
dark
almost like
things, some secrets
it's
of
almost
the
like
world
I
that
have
we
a
should
life.
never know.
Well, he's
Yeah.
always so quick to tell us, though.
No, he isn't. Trust me, he
Not
has told
always.
me things that you shall never know.
Yeah.
Because
Knowledge that must never be spoken.
Okay.
Like the only kind of fruit I can eat without actually vomiting violently.
Secrets that must never be told.
Secrets that must never be learned and shall die with me. And the 1 or 2 people I tell.
Yes.
What are you going to do with them?
Okay.
Nothing.
So let's start the game. So usual initiative.
Initiative rolls.
Okay. Let me just open the
14.
thing. Okay. Initiative.
Well, there we go. I'm back to high rolls again on that.
Hey.
I was going to say it's been a while.
Well,
Oh my goodness! Why is everyone
I've been
with the
rolling pretty
21s? Okay, everyone's got a 21 re-roll.
oh.
And me,
I got a 14.
I've got a 19.
I got a 10.
Okay, so
No, you didn't get
Fine,
21
Fernando.
originally, though, did you?
I
I
suppose not.
No, I think your original. I think I remember it being 17.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I thought I had to re-roll again. Sorry.
no, it was only the ones who got 21s because we had like
Okay,
3.
ignore me!
Come here.
Then Jim. And Noxious.
Aha. Hey, Fernando have new profile picture.
Ah, very good.
Hi, Seb.
Ah, both Seb and Wolfie appear at the same time.
So I need to roll initiative, right? Or
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
okay,
Good timing.
just roll a regular 20. Oh no, it's for 50. It's for initiative plus 4. My mistake.
Okay,
I'll
you
do it
press
now.
the initiative.
Yeah, I remembered
The
now.
button next
Yeah,
to
you're
your
learning, you're
armor.
learning.
14. Yeah, I'm getting to grip of it. All right, so that's a
So
14.
I think you just before Obnoxious.
No, sir, 14.
Yeah, he got 13.
Aye.
As I say, I prepared the ceremony spell.
Oh
just
no,
in
no,
case
no.
we'll be
He got
needing
the. He's one of the ones who got 21. So.
Okay.
So who did you say else was here? Oh, he's here, but he's muted again.
Trying to
Look up.
look
Don't
up
break
the
his mic.
hierarchical thing,
Yes, 1 moment.
but
Okay.
whatever. I can't.
Okay.
He's got to stop chewing on his microphone when he's hungry.
What was the lunches?
Okay.
Well,
Alright. Right, well,
you can sit in the living room. I'm getting.
okay,
her
well, I've
into
got to
bed
change
now.
the sheet upstairs at some point. So. kind of, well, spat the catch on Tommy and I spat my milk.
Have you pulled the sheet
It sounds like
off?
you rearranged that a big like nursery rhyme.
I put a clean one up there. That I
Yeah, I've already pulled a clean one out. Okay, go. Okay. Sorry, just had to sort. Nicole's going up for bed.
Okay.
Nicole.
Okay. Well, she's gone now.
Not just dungeons, but also dragons.
Right. So sorry. What did I miss anything?
No, you haven't missed anything. You haven't missed anything.
Good.
I did rolly roll, Sam. That's all you missed.
I love that you just don't. You're a university student and you don't know what words are.
Well, all my mental energy goes to like
Drinking.
not saying stuff. Yeah, exactly. And then like the saying stuff comes secondary.
That's what I love about you, Seb. You're an idiot, and I love you.
Thanks.
Which I find very difficult to love about you, oddly enough.
But despite that, you do.
Okay.
Right then. Serious faces now.
Well, like Gary Oldman.
Okay, so Fernando,
See.
I assume you're going to be providing the music for this event.
Fernando is currently leaning against the side of the ship, trying not to die.
Oh no, you've had a long
as
rest.
my last actions in the
you've
last
had the
game
opportunity for a
took
long
their
rest
toll.
because everyone's had a long rest. Okay, I'll describe the scene. Everyone's had the opportunity for a long rest.
Oh, thank God.
It's been a long day. It's been a long evening and into the day. The next morning. Richter's crew assemble on the deck because they have one solemn duty to perform. The burial at sea of Polearm Pete. His body is prepared and wrapped and is ready to be I'm not sure what the correct way of what the correct phrase is for interning a body
Later
at
rest.
sea. I believe that is actually the correct phrase, interning
later.
a body at sea.
You're welcome.
So
That's
he's
the body at sea.
he is his body is prepared to be sort of interned. Hans is currently the one who's acting as the it's not so much a pallbearer because all he's basically doing is balancing the board which will tilt his body into the deep. Hans is the one acting as pallbearer and balance. Richter is sort of stood beside him.
A long duty I have performed many a time, and it never gets easier.
The Taddy who Richter met before, the one who was the bartender, or stood outside the bar, he sort of stood behind Richter trying to offer him some moral support. The one who kept kicking him and stuff and telling him to, eyes front sailor.
Yeah, I remember the one.
Yep. Just in case you didn't. Richter is stood beside, ready to say a few words. On the foredeck, Dukes is ready with Long Tom to fire off a salute, and the two troll brothers are there waiting as well. There are several of Richter's crew stood in the background. Obnoxious is there, Snob is there. Fernando is stood up on the upper deck, ready to perform. And
My clothes are all black at the moment.
oh yeah. I guess that you would.
Digitationed my outfit into
I had a
a funeral
suspicion.
outfit.
I should have actually discussed this with you beforehand. I had a suspicion you would, be dressed in black and would probably actually, as he died, in a way which was very heroic, you would feel it appropriate to play your violin.
That, or I was about to see if I could scrounge up some bagpipes on the ship since yesterday.
Probably not, but as I said, I've actually found something appropriate for the so that the audience can get a proper feel of the quality of Fernando's playing.
Oh no, then yes. If I couldn't find bagpipes, I would have found.
This, as I said, on your violin. As I said, I specifically looked for something that would be an instrument that Fernando plays.
Oh no, that's fine. I was just going for Star Trek 2 ending.
Same song,
I wanted to play
different
Amazing Grace on
instrument.
the bagpipe.
Same
Yeah,
song,
I know,
different
bagpipes,
instrument.
Amazing Grace. No, I'll play the violin.
Yeah, as I said, I just thought it would seem appropriate, and no one actually has a bagpipe, so.
No.
So I assume that we'll be starting the session with going straight into the ceremony, unless anyone wants to comment first.
No, I mean, I was prepared in case Hans wanted to say something before letting Richter say the final word and do what he did. I think I discussed that with Ollie, but it's entirely up to him if he wants to have this moment, because Polearm Pete is his crew member, so it's entirely up to Ollie.
Okay, so we'll as I said, we'll finish the ceremony first. So it's going to be a slightly different turn order for the first turn. So it's going to be Fernando first, and then Richter.
Okay.
So if you can give me a performance check, please, Fernando.
Ooh, 16.
Nice.
Nice.
Not his greatest performance.
That's bad for me.
Yeah, I know. Not his greatest performance, but still better than most. Better than most. So.
I've seen skeletons with afros play better tunes.
Isn't it basically impossible for you to fail on a performance
Okay,
check on anything but
I'm
an
going to ask
outline?
one question.
Yes, it's basically impossible.
Are you up on deck?
And do you want me up on deck?
No, I'm asking if you're up on deck.
Considering for most checks, unless you're going for something really hard, a passing mark is a 10. I can't get lower than an 11.
Yeah,
Actually, I can't get lower than a 12.
That's why I said it's a decent quality to get a 15. It's not his best performance. His best performances are stellar. But this is a decent performance.
I think I'm probably below deck.
Okay.
I think.
Okay, then, yeah. Okay, so this will be Fernando's performance. Excusing any adverts because I am playing this on YouTube and YouTube is annoying for adverts.
Blocker.
Richter, it's your turn.
Right. I'm gonna, just because it feels right, I'm gonna cast Funeral Rite.
Yep.
You touch one corpse and for 7 days can't become dead, short of a wish spell.
Oh, perfect. I've just listened to the music. Perfect. That's what I was going for.
Yeah.
Lads, we're gathered here today to say goodbye to our friend Pete. Polearm Pete to most. A finer pikeman than ever was. But he was also really good with any similarly dimensioned object. He taught me how to fish. His efforts in the battle the other day were instrumental in our recovery of baby Sadie and Brunhilde and the eventual destruction of that big smoking crater over there that used to be an island. I first met Pete when I joined this, when I formed this crew. He's been with us since day one. He was never the most luminous of people, but he was always there, and he was always dependable. And his loss will be keenly felt for that. So, and then, I don't know what the process of casting Funeral Rite is, but do I just touch it?
No, that would be appropriate. And then you just sort of give them the signal.
We'll miss you,
You
Pete.
just sort of give Hans the signal.
And just nod to Hans.
I'll give the knowing nod back and fulfill my duty. I've just got to step off the plank then.
Well, basically, what you do is you just sort of lift it gently so his body is released into the sea.
Okay, I'm going to say something in my native tongue. I can't actually speak German anymore, but just pretend it's something, respectful, and then lower it into the water.
As the body is released into the sea, I can't think of another name for her. Barmaid Taddy gives Richter a bit of a hug, and sort of said and whispers to him, "You'll be all right, sailor. You did the right thing."
Raid.
You just had to do it, Ollie, didn't you?
Yes. Oh, it's
It is.
raining, all right.
At which point, there's a small cannon. The ship's cannons are fired in salute to Polearm Pete. Now it's your turn, Jim.
Okay. I think I'll come up on deck, possibly looking slightly more angrier than usual. Go up to Hans, Probably go up to Hans, I guess. Is the funeral over yet?
It is just about over. We've just lowered the body into the sea.
I didn't see anyone commemorating my zombies who died in that battle.
I understand that your zombies were instrumental. But to be fair, they were the soldiers that we were killing. But their sacrifices will not be missed. They will be honored as well. They will be honored, even though technically 5 minutes earlier we were fighting them. I mean, would you like us to commemorate your zombies?
No, forget it.
Okay, then.
Don't need it.
Well, if you are sure. I'm just going to have Hans walk over to Richter to check on him. Just to make sure he's doing okay.
Okay, it's still Jim's turn.
Okay.
Not really sure what to do at the moment.
Well, you've already sort of come up on deck and said your piece, so I suppose we could.
Thing is, I didn't really know Polearm Pete, so I don't really have an opinion.
That's fair.
Okay.
Of all the souls I've known, he was the most human.
I was waiting for that.
At the moment, I wouldn't really want to know either.
So, of all the souls you've known, his was the most ambivalent to you, is what you're saying, Jack?
At the moment, Seb, you're all ambivalent to me.
Except for Fernando, who you have a deep-seated hatred for.
Okay.
You're not ambivalent to Fernando.
Obnoxious.
He prefers Super Trooper.
Obnoxious, you're up on deck.
Yeah.
You've just witnessed this scene.
Well,
I assumed you would want to be up on deck, given given the way he died, and your sort of connection to that, and you were there.
yeah, being the way I am though, he's pretty much I'll just go to the side, nod my head, and
Oh
then
yeah. It's sort of
and then
in that sort of tradition. You still sort of like because it's respectful.
yeah, I mean I acknowledge him,
Mm.
but I don't say anything out loud or fuss about it. I just kind of wander back into the shadows and
It's like they say, even when you don't have anything to say, you just because it's polite. It's the human thing to do.
yeah, I'm only half human, so.
Deeply racist sentiment. I should correct myself.
But yeah, and then like I said, wander in the shadows and just kind of stick to my own thoughts. Cover myself up with my cloak and watch everybody else.
Okay, so Hans, you sort of only really just performed your action. You said you wanted to check on Richter, so
I wanted to go walk over to Richter to check on him. Yeah, I know he's already got a taddy with him, but I just wanted to check on him after the service was done because it's just it's second nature. Hopefully, he's not interrupting.
It would be very welcome, I suspect, at this point for Richter.
Guten Tag, Captain.
Hey, Hans.
Are you doing? I know it. I'm very sorry. While I would like to talk to you of many things, like your survival and everything, I understand that you are in a lot of pain right now. I only hope I performed my duties adequately. It has been at least 3 years since I last cast a soul to sea.
No, you did brilliantly, Hans.
I'm glad. If there's anything else I can do for you, don't hesitate to ask. In fact, if there's anything the crew needs, do not hesitate. Hans is here to help in the worst of times. So I would ask that you excuse me if we have food tonight. It's a custom where I am from to not eat much after we have performed the service. I hope I do not offend.
Oh no, not at all. Not at all, Hans. We all have our customs.
Wunderbar. Thank you for bringing me on this adventure with you. Thank you for allowing me on your ship. And if it's okay with you, would it be okay for me to continue traveling even though the quest, as you say, is over?
We'd love to have you, Hans. I'll just
thank
tap
you.
him on the shoulder.
Thank you. I have other things I feel I need to do. We can talk more of it another time, but for now, again, just come to me if you need anything at all. No question. Nothing is too big, too small for Hans to help with.
Thanks, Hans.
And I'm just gonna give him the thumb, give him a kind of a smile, but it's not the usual extremely positive one. It's kind of a bit forced because the situation, just isn't. Even though he didn't know Polearm Pete, he is upset by the situation.
He's seen many adventurers die, I imagine.
He's been, when he was on the ship originally, he had to, a lot of the times adventurers would come back and sometimes they would bring a party member back, and it was kind of, he would be the neutral party that would do the services and things to make sure they were passed on based on their own customs and everything. So he has done it. It's just, it's not something, it's kind of the worst part of his job, but he knows it has to be done for everyone else's sake. So yeah, he's sent a few people away. He's had to do this quite a few times.
Yeah.
So, and I suppose with that, I'll just stay nearby with Richter, just looking out into the sea a little bit. I'm going to be pondering a little bit of, well, me and Ollie discussed before that we might have had a little discussion after he got back. So he's just going to be looking out at the sea and thinking, watching the body, watching where the body went till it's gone.
Snob, it's your turn.
Yes.
So you've
yes, quite.
For you, this is all a bit of an unusual experience because you were rescued by this group, And
Indeed,
so
indeed.
You didn't know Pete.
Well, one feels most pleased to have been taken in by these kind people so readily, and one feels most aggrieved on behalf of the Captain Richter, who I believe has lost a very dear friend.
So, are you going to go and approach him?
Yes, I believe that it would be a good idea to have a heart-to-heart, and hopefully I can do my bit to help our new host in this troubling time. Is there anything I need to do in order to talk to him, or?
No, just go up. Well, just say how you would approach him.
Beastly business, this conflict on the island. I didn't know your friend, but I know how it must feel to lose somebody so close to you, and if there's any way I can help, I am at your service. In fact, you may even use my bath blend. It's quite good to soak these old bones at a time like this.
I appreciate that, friend. I don't believe we've been formally introduced.
Well, it would be a lot easier to introduce myself by the moniker that I am known by. I am the Snob Goblin. Called so simply because I enjoy the finer things in life. I don't think there's anything snobby or condescending about that, but what do I know? I'm just a goblin.
You wouldn't be the first goblin friend we've had. Well met. I'm Richter, obviously, Richter Jones. You will have met... Sorry, who has the Snob Goblin met so far?
Hans was the guy who basically asked him to come on the ship quickly before it exploded, so he's seen
I think
Hans.
Hans and the acrobat character.
Acrobat?
Oh yeah, he
No,
met
the
Diana,
one that...
the acrobat.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Diana. That was one of the D&D kids, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right. I just thought I'd mention it in case it was relevant.
Yeah.
You've met Hans, I think.
Well, chum, where to next?
That's the thing. I don't really know. I was so consumed with planning Polearm Pete's funeral, it still doesn't feel real. And, well, the business with the island was certainly a good deal louder than I would have expected.
Yes, not exactly my ideal of gentrification.
It was one way of cleaning up, I suppose.
I can't say I was particularly enamoured with that locale, but on the other hand, one must ponder the environmental impact of such a drastic action.
Yeah.
You could mention what brought you to the island.
Yes,
you were looking for someone.
Yes, I'm looking for this. What's his name? The chocolate bloke.
Warren.
I'll initiate it. So how does such a sophisticated goblin like yourself end up in a place like that?
Well, myself and my kin, we were on a mission, as it were.
A mission?
Yes, to find the goblin chocolate. Oh, what was his name? Sorry, I can't remember it. Warren, a goblin chocolatier, as it were.
Ah.
Yes,
Should I tell him now?
Yeah, I honestly, I'm drawing a blank of...
Well, you were looking for him so that you could recruit his skills.
Yes, quite. You see, for myself, this is more than a culinary exploit. I believe that this gentleman would be integral in my long-arching mission to civilize the goblin species, introduce ourselves to the finer things in life, many of which we do enjoy, but you know how these negative stereotypes go. A lot of people wouldn't know it because people see us as mindless beasts that are only interested in combat and unpleasantries. But really, there is a lot more to us than people give us credit for.
Mr. Snobgoblin, I think you should sit down. I have some rather upsetting news.
Will you need
Well,
Hans to
This has
mediate?
been a trying day, so yes, let's have it.
The fact is,
Could I get a before you do that? Could I get a charisma check?
Yes,
charisma
I want to
from
see
me.
how. I want to see if you can see how well you do this. Break this bad news to him.
Okay, and I will
Oh,
be
get
as
it.
blunt or tactful as the role demands. Then.
Yeah.
Oh, I hope it's in that one. Please be in that one. I want to see Ollie tactless. This
In
I
fairness,
have
I
to
want to
hear.
see what would happen myself.
Oh
You
my
got your
goodness, he
wish.
did.
Not
Oh,
one.
God.
This will
So
be good.
Well, friend,
truthful,
I'm ready for
truthful
anything.
but tactless.
Wolfie tore him limb from limb.
Goodness
He
gracious
slaughtered
me.
Warren and his entire family.
Are you sure? Could you not have mistaken him for a different goblin chocolatier?
wait.
Goodness me.
This guy ain't looking for the people I.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
And sorry, I rolled in that one on the charisma. I had to just blurt it
I
out.
saw the heads.
I saw the heads. The ghosts haunted us. We had to lay them to rest. It was horrible.
I'm laughing in and out of character.
I was in the phase back then. I wouldn't do it now, but I was in the phase.
He accepted a contract without realizing who it was for, and then killed them in a rage when he
Everyone
transformed.
knows what it was for. Go on, everyone say it. Everyone knows what it was for. For the greater good.
The greater good.
Good.
This has been a
I'm
terrible
sorry.
week.
I'm sorry your friend is dead.
Well, I don't think that sorry quite cuts it.
Oh dear.
Was that
me.
suitably tactless?
Yes, that was
quick and easy.
suitably tactless.
Oh dear. Do
First,
you need
I am
someone-
abandoned by these nuts. Secondly, my goblin chocolatier, who was to resurrect the prestige of my species, has been torn limb by limb by a what did you call him? A wolf?
A lichen.
A lichen? Goodness me! And I assume you don't mean the sort that grows on trees.
Oh no, you know what
I
a
think that's-
lycanthrope was. It's just the posh name for a werewolf.
Yes, indeed. And one does like to use the proper terminology. It's me. What are we to do now?
Well, it's any consolation that prestige was never coming back anyway.
I'm sorry, but I am very unfamiliar with
Hold on. Okay. Okay. That's a bit too much snark out of character. Go on, let's cut the snarky comments out of character. It's
Yes, one does not even know the gentleman in question.
I don't
has
think you're
no
within
quarrel.
earshot at this point.
Rick,
Although, I'm not
they
sure
are
anyone
Hans
on
might be-
deck. I'm
Hans
not sure
might be-
anyone on deck didn't hear Riggs' outburst just now.
Yes, that's what I. That's why. That's why I thought I could jump in. Sorry.
Yes,
Ignore
it
me
has
if I can't.
stirred the denizens
would
of
it be
this
okay
vessel.
for Hans to jump in and try and mediate the situation before it suddenly gets worse?
One feels that
not
it's
yet.
warranted in
Okay.
such
There's
news.
Because of
bit
the
of a-
stresses of the
things
day,
are sort
Riggs
of
has
blowing up a little
broke
bit on
down.
deck. Wolfie, where are
Well-
you?
It would seem that we've both had a dreadful week, haven't we?
Well, it's Wolfie's turn now. So,
Oh,
Yes.
Wolfie, where are you?
Oh my god.
Wolfie dipped out.
He
There's
doesn't.
no-
He doesn't want to. He doesn't want to own up to what he did.
It's not just that. Just remember, Brunhilde's on the deck.
But he's back.
No, no. So
Who do I
Wolfie,
wanna find
where are,
first?
okay, hold on. Everyone else, quieten down for a moment. Wolfie, where are you?
I don't know. I'm somewhere. I'm hiding somewhere in the boat.
So you're
I think.
hiding. You're hiding on the
Yeah.
boat.
Somewhere, I think.
Well, no, you just boarded. Everyone just boarded the ship at the end of the last thing. So it's. Where would you like your character to have taken their long rest?
Underneath deck, I guess.
Okay, so the funeral's just taken place on deck for Polearm Pete, who
Who's
died
that?
in the rescue
No, I'm joking.
attempt. So what would you like to do? Most of the other people, most of the other passengers and things are in the crew deck.
I'll probably go on top deck then.
That's the
See
place
if we
that you might not want to go
move.
because that's where your hyenas, Taddies, and Brunhilde are going to be.
Oh, brilliant.
Didn't
No,
we
I
agree
can't
they'd
be
civil?
afraid of her. I'm bigger. Am I bigger than her? Yeah, I am.
Just
Good
Can
on
take
you,
it.
Wolfie. Good on
If
you.
anything
length,
happens, I can take her
lengthways,
on.
not widthways.
I'm going a pair of balls. I'm going to face through Hilda.
Okay.
You know how it is. It's over. No, I'm joking. We ain't together. Fuck it, no.
You say.
Oh, you're about to fall off another dead body, I think, lads. Oh god, here we go.
Good thing they're all wearing suits then.
Everyone's already got their suits out.
Exactly.
There might
Don't
be
even
another
have to
funeral
change.
coming
Do
soon.
funerals.
Funerals and 0 weddings and 2 funerals.
Okay, so Wolfie, you're going to approach the crew deck where Brunhilde and the Taddies are. Then.
Yep. I'm gonna
Okay.
wait until she approaches me. I'm not gonna go to her. I'm gonna make her come to me.
Ooh.
Okay, roll perception.
Try this at home, kids. Perception. 7. Oh, okay. Plus 6, 13.
That's enough to see where they all are.
Oh, marvelous.
Oh, I've accidentally left one of the Taddies out.
No, not lost another Taddy.
She's in the other tin. I'll go get her in a minute. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the Taddies, because there's 6 of them. 5 of the Taddies are there talking. Well, actually, no, technically 6 of the Taddies, and that's including the little infant one. Chatting with Brunhilde.
Oh god, here we go. What would it take to
You
use
don't know.
my?
Your daughters might actually be saying something nice about you.
No. I want to listen in more. Can I use like a wolf power or something? What would that require?
Oh, you mean like a hearing-based perception to sort of try and listen?
Yeah,
Try and pick up a little bit more. Okay, yeah, because I think you get some form of acute senses. So yeah, roll a.
Would that be another perception?
Yeah, be another perception.
Please, come on. Oh, going slow.
Well, then that one would be funny right now, wouldn't it?
Wouldn't make any
It's
difference
going
if
so
you got that
slow.
one because it just
I
means
think
you wouldn't
it's
hear it.
15.
Bit of
You got
earwax
that
or
wish
something.
once already. Don't be greedy.
Oh, I got 12. Nice.
Okay, so you hear a
Well-
little bit of the conversation. The Taddies. Oh no, you got 18. You heard all of it.
18.
Oh,
shit.
wonderful.
18. Yeah, you heard the conversation.
Alright.
The Taddies are actually sticking up for you.
Ah, oh, my girls. Oh. You'll make
Because
me
of the
proud.
nature of what happened to them, because they shouldn't be here. Most of them are like
Yeah.
18 to the youngest of the Taddy the sort of 6 taddies that have time traveled, the youngest of those is like 12, but she's a giant.
Jesus.
The eldest
The Tadam.
is probably mid-20s.
Oh, okay.
It's difficult to tell because she's a dwarf, so she's sort of
Yeah.
the werewolf, the one who's stuck in werewolf form, is difficult to tell as well. But
Good,
most
good.
of them are late teens, early 20s in terms of their age. Maybe a little bit older. It's you know, you've never actually asked them.
Ask them what? Hold on.
Well, you've
Sorry,
never actually asked them
just...
their age. So, but you not being there for a few years, you know, they're sort of explaining what happened to you, and that you actually had been trying to get back, and it was only recently you found out how long it had been.
Yeah.
And kind of thought she'd be mad.
Oh.
And she's like, she was mad.
Shit.
But just seeing them has kind of softened her heart, because she's suddenly seeing like 6 odd variants of her daughter.